What's more dangerous than someone who loses their temper? Someone who never does. Diana's mom and sisters mistook her silence for weakness. Quiet people aren't harmless. They're just patient.
And I'd been patient for 28 years. My name is Diana Crouch, and I've spent my entire life being the ghost in my own family. Dad and I were the same. Logical, reserved, strategic. He's a chess player, literal and metaphorical. Taught me the game at 6. Diana, the key isn't the first move, it's the 20th move you plan while making the first. I learned well. Mum, Clara, and Megan were different. Loud, emotional, a trio that never needed a force. Mum would take my sister shopping, girls' day out. I'd find out from their Instagram stories. Family photos? They'd pose together, then remember, "Oh, Diana, come here." Always an afterthought. But I never complained. Dad loved me enough for both of them, and I had my own life. Successful career in finance, my own flat, independence. I didn't need their validation. Also, I told myself, 2 years ago, our annual family Boxing Day dinner. Tradition. Everyone brings wrapped gifts. We go round the table, exchange, laugh. Clara went first, got a designer handbag from Mum. Megan next, cashmere jumper, also from Mum. Dad gave me a first edition book I'd been wanting, kissed my forehead. Then we waited for Mum's gift to me. She looked around, confused. Oh dear, Diana, I must have left it at home. I'll drop it round tomorrow. Tomorrow never came. At dinner, halfway through the roast, Mum laughed about something. Sometimes I forget I've got 3 daughters. 2 feels like the right number, doesn't it? Clara and Megan burst out laughing. Dad's fork stopped mid-air. I smiled, laughed along, but something inside me took notes. Last year I got engaged. Thomas, brilliant, kind, everything. I rang Mum first, trying to bridge the gap. "Mum, I'm engaged." "Oh, lovely, darling. Listen, I'm helping Megan with her flat renovation. Can I call you back?" She didn't. I planned the wedding. Small ceremony, intimate. I asked Clara and Megan to be bridesmaids. Family tradition. Clara, "Diana, I'm actually going to Ibiza that weekend with friends. Non-refundable, you understand." Megan, "Same weekend as my work conference. Can't miss it, sorry." The wedding was 8 months away. I told them the date a year in advance. They'd both booked conflicting plans after. Then came the final straw. Mum rang 3 weeks before the wedding. "Diana, about the wedding. I don't think I can make it." "What?" "Clara and Megan are taking me to a spa weekend. Surprise gift. I can't very well say no, can I? They've paid for everything." "It's my wedding." "Yes, well, you've got Dad's Thomas family. You'll hardly notice I'm not there. Besides, it's just a registry office, isn't it? Not exactly a grand affair." I hung up, and I started planning. Dad was furious when I told him. "Diana, this is unconscionable. I'll talk to them." "No, Dad, I'll handle this my way." He looked at me, saw something in my eyes. "You're planning something. I learned from the best." He smiled, sad but proud. "Make it count." Dad had always planned to split his estate equally, £2.3 million, 3 ways. I had lunch with him, didn't ask for anything, just talked. "Dad, do you remember Boxing Day when Mum forgot my gift?" His face darkened. "I remember." "And they're not coming to my wedding." "I know. I don't want you to change anything for me, but I want you to know you're the only parent I've ever really had." He hugged me, tightly. 2 weeks later, he updated his will. Everything to me, except £1 to each of them, to prove I didn't forget they exist. Mum ran a small event planning business. Nothing major, but it was hers. She'd built it for 20 years. What she didn't know, her biggest client, the one responsible for 60% of her revenue, was owned by a holding company that I'd quietly acquired 6 months earlier. I terminated the contract, cited strategic restructuring. Her business collapsed within 4 months. Clara and Megan both worked in marketing. Different firms, but same industry. I had connections, lots of them. A quiet word here, a raised concern there. Nothing illegal, nothing provable. Just, I've worked with her before, wouldn't recommend. Clara was passed over for promotion twice. Megan's contract wasn't renewed. Subtle, devastating. My wedding day arrived. Dad walked me down the aisle. Thomas cried when he saw me. Mum, Clara and Megan weren't there, but I'd sent them something special that morning. Photos of the wedding invitation, the one they'd all declined, with a note, "Sometimes I forget I have a mother and 2 sisters. One daughter feels like the right number, doesn't it?" Mum rang, voice cracking. "Diana, we need to talk about your dad's will." "Okay, what about it?" "He's left everything to you. Everything. That can't be legal." "Well, it's entirely legal. I checked." Silence. "Why would he do this?" Because he can. Ask yourself why he wouldn't." "Diana, please. I'm losing my business. The girls are struggling. What you need is to understand something, Mum. For 28 years, you made me invisible, forgot my gifts, laughed about forgetting you had 3 daughters, missed my wedding for a spa weekend. You taught me I didn't matter, so I became someone who didn't need to."
Dad saw that. He saw everything. And he made his choice. "Diana, I'm your mother." "No, you're the woman who gave birth to me. There's a difference. A mother shows up. You never did. So now, neither will I." I hung up. Dad passed away a couple months ago, peacefully, in his sleep. At the funeral, Mum, Clara, and Megan tried to approach me. I walked past them, sat with Thomas, with Dad's chess club, with the people who'd actually shown up for me. After the service, the solicitor read the will publicly. "To Diana, my pride and joy, I leave everything. You are the daughter who inherited not just my estate, but my character. To Clara, Megan, and Margaret, I leave £1 each, so they cannot claim they were forgotten. They were not forgotten, they were weighed, measured, and found wanting." Mum sobbed. My sisters looked destroyed. I felt nothing. They've tried reaching out, apologizing, explaining. I don't respond. Not out of cruelty, out of clarity. They didn't forget me by accident. They forgot me because I didn't matter to them. So I made sure I'd be impossible to forget. And now, every time they struggle, every time they fail, every time they need help, they'll remember. The daughter they dismissed became the woman who dismissed them. Checkmate.